3, Liquid versus Virtus Pro. Let's just get into it. I want to start this one, Kevin. We have ourselves a Huskar 5th pick. A Huskar 5th.
It's a hero that we've been talking about every time that we see an Oracle picked or a Dazzle picked. We're always like, but what about the Huskar? It's been just long enough that I think everyone's ready to see it once again.
It's on the other side, though. Oracle's on the other side.
I mean, their obvious tell was not there, right? I mean, what's the difference between an Oracle and a Warlock? Is there that much?
There's
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a couple.
Heals is all that matters, right? And a lot of damage, and a lot of damage that isn't really countered by Underlord. So I think the Huskar can definitely work well. It's just a hero that can be controlled, and I think against TERRORBLADE it's also kind of scary because TB does so much physical damage, and that's generally the solution against Huskar.
It's kind of funny though too, because I was kind of making a bit of a joke about it. So TERRORBLADE does a lot of physical damage, but Huskar almost kind of like when he's taking magical, he wants you to almost stun him because his Berserker's Blood's going to kick in at that point. So Miracle normally runs low anyway. So while Rams might get a safety thing, GH, we get ourselves a Thief in the Night.
And now he has to dodge for 10 seconds.
He's got 4 seconds till TP.
That's true.
Unless Roger can catch him.
Yeah, they're going straight for him. He'll just run all the way back.
Where do you want to hide? Actually, he's clarity up.
I guess he's in this for the long run, guys.
He's here for the courier snipe is what he's here for. It'll take some time.
He'll roll back home eventually. It'll be fine. So it's a safe lane Underlord. That's going to be versus a Warlock Huskar. Not surprising at all. Very good dual lane. In some ways a lot better than an Oracle in the laning stage. Just because he'll be able to output a lot more heal towards Huskar. And he's just going to constantly put spears on Underlord and some Shadow Word too. Yep.
Keep Parcher as low as you possibly can. Then the middle lane becomes one of these contagious lanes too. Matumberman, as we mentioned in game 2, he goes high points up in Poison Sting. There's going to be a lot of harassment into the Death Prophet. I don't even know exactly how Death Prophet's meant to engage, because if you get level 2, which you're about to on Matumberman, GH, wide ball.
He misread it. I think no one kind of baited him there. He looked like he was going to run back to safety, then he jukes him, and as soon as you dodge the rolling boulder, you're pretty much fine. I think it is interesting that they went for Oracle on VP's side, though.
Oh, there's your Gale. GH, this time, rolling boulder in. This time he'll connect on no one. Will body block him. No one's so slow. Matumberman with that sting, Spirit Siphon is making GH walk away. But Siphon's being burned and no one ticking down. Burning a lot of consumables already. Yeah,
gets some of quite a bit of the health left. Extremely slowed, but not very damaged, surprisingly, in that trade. But I think the Oracle was grabbed as a solution, possibly, against the Venomancer damage. I mean, there's so many fights in the early mid-game where they'd get Veno low, they would secure kill or almost secure kill, and then people would just take out the poison damage. But now with Oracle, at least, they can drop Fate's Edict on whoever's taking the magic damage and just keep them alive in these crucial moments. And I think it'll make a big difference in how farmed Veno is, since he just outputs so much magic damage.
Roger's on the run from Kuro. Warlock is currently soloing up a Sand King. We'll have a little bit of extra help come in, which is the courier with items. Miracle is crushing this top lane. In fact, like the CS is just so good from both of these cores. The 9-8 on RAMZEES and then the 8-8 over on Miracle. And they're really controlling up the lanes hard, so Tide and Underlord are getting almost nothing.
And back on the safe lane, Tidehunter's got quite a few mangoes, a lot of regen. Oracle naturally can't do very much. I mean, a fourth of his damage is blocked right off the bat from Kraken Shells, so he'll be fine in his lane, most likely.
Well, they're rolling bouldering again onto that mid lane. Gale's already being committed. It is that level 2, and using the illusion of GH, Matumberman gets a little bit longer to attack into no one. Gale and Poison Sting will not kill him. Just drop him low, and then the South once more. Courier's been working overtime in the mid lane.
He Gales it. Yep, saw that coming. Walked way too close to the Veno there, and that's going to be able to break the salve. So now Death Prophet's heal is, he loses at least like 200 or 300 HP with that Gale.
He's burning so much money on consumables. Solo is burning a lot of life, harassing Mind Control out. Anchor Smash is back off cooldown, but Mind Control's not having any friends come to help him at all.
I mean, Liquid tried to tell us at TI that Veno is OP, but I think they're making the case again here. It's winning matchups. Oh, there's the Gale again.
Yeah, rolling boulder in. There should be first blood. No one underneath his own tower. Being brought down. Roger would have been there to help, but he was too busy moving up to the top lane to try and help out Pasha, because Miracle and Kuro have been adding so much pressure to this Underlord that VP are just being forced into this 2-1-2 kind of split.
Yeah, the Huskar pick just kind of ruined everything for VP. They thought that they had banned all of the heroes that win these 1v1 matchups kind of thing, but apparently not. Veno is still extremely strong at trading, and playing against a Huskar is a dangerous situation for a hero like Underlord.
Underlord's actually out of consumables now. Level 2 Shadow Words continue to be burned by Kuro into Pasha, and it's not a healthy position for this Underlord to be in, but like, there's only one courier. You can't bring out more consumables. Roger looking for a Burrow Strike into mid. As Matumban held in position, they will find this kill. TP in from Kuro. That level 2 Shadow Word looking for a target. Cuts through the tree line. They put it onto Roger, but with Spirit Siphon from no one. Rolling Boulder. GH will come in for the double kick. He'll get a revenge kill onto the SK. Not quite certain that courier wants to be there. Is waiting for the Venomancer to arrive as GH, well, he can't really help out. This is just Solo going to walk away from him.
He could just teleport, but I don't think he feels threatened at all. Nobody else is going to follow him this far, so they're just going to fight for bounties. That's it.
They're bringing friends. Roger's coming in, rolling Boulder in from GH. He'll steal the bounty room, but Roger looking for the revenge. He's only got a level 1 Burrow Strike. He has to be slowing down with Ramzees moving off the bottom lane. They'll pick up the Earth Spirit, a kick away. GH, all he does is waste time before his own death.
It's a really good rotation there from VP to read exactly what he was going to try to do, and with TERRORBLADE shifting over, super solid kill. So very even game. More kills for VP's side, kind of reminiscent of the previous match, but in the meantime, Liquid always has that one hero top and last hits.
That's a double damage for no one with Spirit Siphon, Shadow Word, Restoration on Kuro, the miss! It's going to be there. Matumban wants to fight, but it won't happen, as he did miss the Gale onto no one.
A little different skill build than last game too, kind of interesting that he's changing it up.
The 3-2 as opposed to the 2-3.
Kind of surprised he's not going the same pathway, but maybe he wants a lower cooldown on Gale. Ability to break the raindrops a little earlier, perhaps? Not sure.
Potentially.
It would break raindrops at 3 points. Maybe that's why. But Roger's still sitting around looking like he wants to help, but I don't think he feels very confident right now. They've had so much trouble training against the Venom so far.
They've rotated their lanes once more. Miracle comes down to bottom lane. Mind Control is going to TP up to the top, so Pasha just cannot catch a break at all. And with Kuro on this top lane, Mind Control, Shadow Words, he'll be able to easily sustain.
I mean, on VP's advantage, I think Solo had that great rotation mid gave him so much advantage, actually. He's 1-0-4, and he's level 4 at 6 minutes. That's a huge level advantage for the support that normally has to kind of struggle to get some levels. But on top of that, now he gets to start a pull. This is one of the best ways for supports to accelerate until fast level 6, and once he gets that, all these ganks are going to be a lot harder.
GH trying to play around with Roger. Or vice versa. GH is back under his shrine. Roger will only want to harass, that's all. GH actually TPing to the top lane. No stun.
That was really close, actually. Fraction more, you could have interrupted.
Dire don't have any aggressive vision. In fact, just one very defensive walker planted down. I think they actually saw it too. Kuro has a sentry ward.
Good creep positioning here. On the VP side, they're looking to dive on Veno again. No boots for him, so if they do catch him, he could be out of trouble. Or in a lot of trouble, that is.
It's when Matumba's really wanting that level 6. Just having that 1 point up in Plague Ward. He doesn't need to have the Nova. It's not as required for him, but he's got GH to help him out. So gank all you want, Roger. During nighttime, he cannot see the ES sitting behind the tower.
He does grab the Nova. Just wants as much damage as he can get right now. That's a good way to do it. Trying to pressure the VP safe lane, though. Mind Control can kind of do whatever he wants with the backup power of Shadow Word, but Kuro himself takes the damage. He hurts a lot more. And Miracle kind of playing this ready-to-dive Huskar right now. He's got 4 points in Burning Spears. He's got Armlet ready as well. So if he can get on top of Pasha, it's a decent chance of getting the kill, but we'll just see a TP most likely.
I love the no boots.
Yeah.
Like I have life break to give distance, right?
That's true. It's a mini Blink Dagger, right?
And it's still 3-4 of movement speed versus the 295, and he may want it as he has to outrun Roger. TP support is coming in right now. It's Kuro. Miracle will need to put that Shadow Word on top of him, and the Fatal Bonds. Potential turn to fight. Huskar, caught inside the pit. How much can you toggle? Not enough through this. Not when no one brings in such huge physical damage, but a Gale and Nova. VP, they get coated, but really, they're still surviving. The Fatal Bonds is making this very difficult to live, as all three of them, Pasha, Roger, and no one having their fates connected. It'll wear off now, so they're going to survive. But if that Huskar was a little bit stronger.
Man, Fatal Bonds and Veno, that's pretty terrifying in the mid game. Kuro was holding his skill points, but that was the right time to pick that up. Doesn't get any kills, but it kind of just shows the story of what's to come in these next couple fights.
Yep.
If they land big Veno ultis, Gales, and right clicks, and they Fatal Bonds them all together, everyone's dying on VP's side. But Oracle can save one. Who will he choose?
More than likely Ramzees, unless Ramzees can save himself. But no one brings that huge physical damage, and this is when the HUSKAR pickup doesn't look as great. Laning phase, sure, but that physical DPS of Virtus Pro is still very, very strong. Like, how much are you willing to sacrifice in order to get a great team fight off? Kuro needs his level 6 to get that to happen. You talked about Oracle being a full level now in front of him. The Warlock Rock and the Tidehunter Ravage is normally the biggest deterrent to stop Virtus Pro from fighting.
I think it'll be okay even if Warlock is delayed on 6, but VP's rotations here are set up to beat Mind Control. They got to save the stun though, or he can TP.
Is this the same thing again? Like Mind Control into the trees?
This one's going to be harder. If he can juke and TP.
Kraken Shell, sure. You just break free of everything you want to. There's so many heroes, like just 3 heroes chasing him into the tree lines. Roger does use the Burrow Strike, gets the kill.
Really wise play there, perfect. They stun too early, he gets out, no way for them to stop him. I mean, that's their only stun. I think it's just Sand King, except for the potential Yules. You know, no one dodges a Gale in the mid lane here. Making Matumba Man look stupid.
Miracle's forcing out the bottom tower. TP support's coming in the form of the Oracle. Shadow Word's on Miracle, so he's getting a little bit more life. The Firestorm actually burning a lot, even though he's only got 2 points up in the
Fortune's
Berserker's Blood.
Is actually huge this game. He just dispelled the Shadow Word from Warlock, and it's also going to work against the later Inner Vitality that HUSKAR is going to want to rely on, so could see some big impact from Warlock here.
GH, not only does he steal the Bounding Rune from Pasha, he steals the Arcane from No One. No One looking to do something about it, but GH once again TP's out and goes to the top lane.
He'll shrine after Mind Control finishes his wave, and then everything's fine anyways.
Yeah. But his movement does get scouted out, so Virtus Pro, they were deep water before on the top lane. Yeah, Solo. Well, he could actually heal himself up and survive. Miracle has to toggle from the tower.
Gonna be just fine with these 2 heals. But,
fine. Relax, everybody.
Definitely hard to kill Oracle, but burning his ultimate at this stage is really beneficial. Not that VP necessarily has somebody they want to put it on. Obviously, it's wonderful with Death Prophet as a combo, but Miracle definitely wants to kill the tower, but not enough physical damage for now. It's a little hard for him to force these tower pushes, and as long as VP keeps defending them by killing the creep wave, then a delayed tower will be more time that TERRORBLADE can get online and finally become competitive with a HUSKAR.
Drums just arrived on RAMZEES. I need an extra helping hand if he wants to do something about Mind Control. Without Metamorphosis going into Anchor Smash, probably not the greatest thing either. Roger, don't get your courier killed. Actually took damage because the creeps were aggroed.
They were angry, but they didn't know what to attack because Roger was hiding. Scan goes down by the dire side. They're spotting Miracle trying to wrap around. That was kind of how VP lost a lot of tempo last game when Liquid ended up rotating and diving under the tier 1. So
yeah, what they don't know about it is GH, however. The Gale's going to connect. No one wants to try and fight this one with the Spirit Cypher. He's got a lot of sustain. GH has to rolling boulder away. Exorcism burned by No One.
Oh, sick.
And they will not be able to force down the tower at all.
It looked like a potential kill, but as soon as he pops ulti, Liquid knows to escape. They didn't overburn anything skill-wise, and they get a big advantage from this. That was huge plays, actually, from Liquid to disengage there. Wonder how much they make these plays off of previous game performances.
Mind Control's in trouble. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. 11-1 charges can give him some life in that mana, but he'll need more support. Kuro is here. There goes your Ravage, rolling ball. The Fatal Bonds together with the Rock. The damage is going to be huge. RAMZEES switches a lot of it out as he sunders GH, allowing him to have enough damage to kill off Mind Control. They're still connected, remember, into the trees. Roger, Invis, and actually with the Sandstorm, they already found the kill over on GH. Roger will burn. Solo's not in a healthy position either. That Golem moving underneath the tower allows him to continue to fight. RAMZEES knows he has to keep retreating.
Miracle wants to keep fighting, but they'll hit the tower at least. I mean, Golem gives them a little bit of overwhelm power here.
Is he going to life break RAMZEES? He's got the jump. He knows RAMZEES no longer has Sunder, so you already start to stack up the Burning Spears. Jumping in further forward. Miracle. Oh, there's your reflection. There's a little bit of extra help. Miracle can toggle as well as have the 1 charges. Turns over with Solar. Courier's in the neighborhood as well, but it will back off, realizing that they're all dead on top lane.
He played that so well. Getting a bunch of attacks in a last moment, drops the life break to close the gap distance here. But Roger will be able to do the old Sandstorm and stand, but the tower's dying pretty fast.
Yep, nowhere to really stop it. Miracle could just tank through it all, and Roger's 1K strat won't work. Miracle's getting a lot stronger, moving into a Heaven's Halberd. You want to talk about a way to stop that physical damage to the TERRORBLADE, find the real one and disarm.
He's going a slightly different Huskar build. Buying treads first is kind of interesting, but overall attack speed and meaning more spears against your opponent is really what the goal is here. Because the more spears he drops on the TERRORBLADE, the better chance he can actually kill him in these clutch fights.
Well, someone's got to bring some dust into this fight.
He's going to steal all of his last hits and now walk away. Kind of an interesting game.
The Dobermans kept the pressure up on mid lane while all this has been going on. Really just focusing on finishing up that Veil of Discord, amplifying all this damage, which they want to start stacking up. Stack this up once you have Rock down, once you have Fatal Bonds available, Rolling Boulder, GH. Oh, he'll complete the TP. Then you can turn your attention towards middle lane. Miracle is ready to come from behind.
Not really the hero they wanted to kill, so they don't commit anything to it just yet. And the creep wave is killed, though. So now it's going to be up to VP to try to slow down the push.
They have no Ravage, but they saw Pasha. That Plague Ward just able to connect onto him, and Pasha.
God.
He was about to put the pit down, but...
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's just so much damage right here. This is Huskar's prime territory. As long as he's backed up by his allies, as long as he doesn't get killed solo, Miracle is going to snowball this into a huge advantage.
With Armlet on, he has 2.2k. Like
pretty good.
That's so much to get through.
He hits really hard, attacks fast. Evasion's coming up in one last hit, and there he's got it.
And they're moving into Roshan. This is something which Team Liquid must have. This is the enabler for the Huskar.
Another thing that's very simple for him to kill, Medallion as well, and that's going to be a pretty quick dead Roche. And with the Halberd finished, another solution against TERRORBLADE. It's going to be a long time till he gets magic immunity.
Yep. Virtus.pro smoked up. They won't be able to do anything really about this. They are way too late to join the fight. So Huskar just TPs down a bottom lane. No one reveals himself for a moment. Huskar actually moving up inside the fog of war. No one is not aware that Miracle is there, but has the movement speed with phase boots, can easily outrun that Huskar.
There's no threat either way. Even if he gets the life break off, Yule's the Huskar, start a TP and you get out.
Yep. Would have required Kuro to drop the ultimate to stop him. But he was taking time to get there too.
He might be able to even Yule's before he connects with the life break and then get out of there. But GH is constantly going to the off lanes, trying to slow down these pushes. It's definitely safer for him than any of their cores. Less value lost if he dies, so they're going to glyph, slow this down a little bit.
There's your blink.
Caught,
Roger finding that perfect time to reveal it. The kick is good from GH. No! Rolling Boulder, TP out the star. The damage. Purifying Flames from Solo. Stops a beautiful play, but still it's Virtus.pro. A tier 1 for tier 1 tower trade-off will now happen.
And he's already alive again. It doesn't have a TP though, but Liquid does get the tier 1, now pressuring tier 2. And this is very reminiscent of the previous game. Can VP catch up? Or TERRORBLADE's got a great KDA, 3-1 and 12. His net worth is solid, but it's not over here the Huskar solid.
Do they just go up? Like you're 16 minutes in, you have Ravage, you have Rock, you have Nova, you have kind of everything you want, even a double damage on Matumba. Yeah, they're going in. Look at Miracle. He wants a kill. He walks past the tower, body blocking out Virtus.pro.
He doesn't even want them close to him.
No.
And the fast Solar Crest on Tidehunter as well, making it so hard to kill Miracle.
They're going to pit him up. Have they got the extra help? Roger, Fire strikes forward. The stun won't connect. The Rock as well as Fatal Bonds. VP, they're connected once more. The Aegis Immortal has done its work. Miracle back to the Lord of the Living, looking for a good target, but they don't really have one. They want more distance. Miracle rooted up, forced in. He goes after Ramzees, dropping him down low. The Ravage, finally from Mind Control comes out. Same with the Nova. All of VP are coded up, but no one from Liquid is really left alive to do anything about it. No one will have a double kill. Matumba, he just needs to get out of this one. Roger's so low, he should actually die. No, he won't. It's Poison Nova and Poison Sting. He's going to tick right now, 7 HP, and he survives through it. Virtus.pro lose nobody.
Amazing defense from them. I mean, it looked so good for Liquid going high ground there with the evasion, but they lowered Miracle's HP. He was maybe a bit too deep with his diving. And I think the crucial play was the silence from no one to delay the Ravage. Ravage felt late, and it was, but it was all about delaying Mind Control's ability to save the Huskar. And by delaying that, it allowed them to win the fight.
Yeah, they really needed that sooner. Needed that Blink Dagger to really be on the Tidehunter. He went for a full Solar Crest before getting the Blink.
And it's a cool, really cool build if that push works out. And it was very close to working out. Once that tower falls, maybe they can get a solo kill somewhere. They knew Exorcism was on cooldown for a bit because previously no one had used it on the bot lane. So that was a great timing for Liquid to try to hit. But now they're going to have to pay the sins of buying these early pushing items with the Solar Crest on Tide.
No one sitting here in the mid lane. GH has an Invis rune. They should know that no one is basically by himself until he walks underneath the down. And it had only 2 seconds left on it, and GH walked over the top of it in the last 2 seconds. But they're coming again. That bottom tier 3 tower is so low. You don't have the Aegis Immortal this time around.
And very wisely, Roger again setting himself into position to cut the creep wave. They just want to delay this as long as possible, or at the least, if it goes slow, it's going to allow VP the ability to take the enemy tier 1 if this gets delayed. And right now there's only 4 heroes. Veno wants to shift over, he drops some wards, they're level 3, so they should be able to deal with some of the creep wave. And they're going for the high ground again. Yeah,
they're doing this jump. No Ravage available. The root is on the Huskar, trying to break him free. Again, this Fortune's End.
It's so good, this game.
It keeps turning off the Shadow Word. It keeps turning off even like that's why they're not trying to stack it anymore on Miracle with the Inner Vitality and Shadow Word.
And the Solar Crest. The Solar Crest active, all of these little buffs that are going on in Huskar, it's actually making his life really hard. I'm sure that's one of the reasons he's died so fast in the last couple engagements. If you remove that heal, he's just a hero with an armlet, and that's a regular hero. He doesn't have lifesteal, so he's kind of all in on those regen things, and Liquid's going to be forced to play a slower game as a result of solo playing like this.
VP just came out to D-Ward. So Liquid know where the vision advantage is. Hence, rotate to mid. Take out the tier 2 towers. That's what you normally do with the first Aegis of the Immortal, even though it is gone. But restricting VP into their base. That's all they can do for now. RAMZEES continues to get big as well. Looking to get into the BKBs till he's ready to fight. In fact, now he has that exactly. And Huskar's a little bit off his. He'll get the farm off the top lane. So BKB for Miracle next engagement. #1 net worth are on the field. Still got a great combination out from Liquid, but that high ground defense from VP looks so stable. Now their core can stand under the cover of the Magic Immune.
Yeah, and once both of them are at that position, Death Prophet now turns from somebody that's a vulnerability to somebody that can be absolutely a big damage dealer. She goes for max health